Hi friends, welcome to CAT channel. Today we discuss regarding the steps and its details. I mean all kinds of steps that we will discuss today, whether it is for residential or for commercial purpose. We'll go into depth of how to design a step and also what are the provisions in the building code regarding steps. So first we will discuss regarding the classification of steps. There are so many classifications of steps. So it starts from the first classification is straight steps, which the straight where the stair will not go into any other rotation or any other bifurcation will not happen to a staircase. It will just go from down to the top in a straight way. That is straight stairs. Second is turning stairs. As the name suggests, the stair will turn to any side, to right or left, it depends. And the third is quarter turn stairs. That the turning level will be a single quarter, so it's called a quarter turn stairs. And then half turn stairs, whether the step will only half turn, then it is called half turn stairs. And then the fifth one is dog leg stairs, which is quite common in our residences as well as commercial buildings. It is called dog leg stairs. It's in the shape of a dog leg. And then it is open well stairs. Open well stairs, you might have seen in the public buildings where the staircase itself is a very big structure, and it looks like an open well structure. There will be enough gap in between the stairs. And then comes three quarter turn stairs, that it turns into three quarters. First I said about the quarter turn stairs, now it is turned to three quarter stair. And then comes bifurcated stairs. In the bifurcated stairs, of course, which you have seen in palaces, inside the palaces, when there will be a one stair goes at first and then it bifurcates into two. And these things we can see in old palaces or maybe palatial buildings, you can see like that. And then comes the continuous stairs, the circular continuous stairs, which you might have seen in some public areas or public buildings. And then comes helical and spiral. You might be seeing that in some special buildings or small areas where we don't have enough space to provide for a stair, we go for spiral staircase. And the code says that we should not provide the total diameter of the spiral staircase should not be less than 1.5 meter. So the next one comes to floating stairs. Floating stairs actually we are providing in most modern residences, where we can see the wall thread will emerge from, it looks as if it emerges from the wall itself, and there is no other supporting for that. The wall itself will support the wall load of the thread, which we are usually providing it in residences only. So these are the different kinds of or different classifications of staircases. Again, I will tell straight stairs, turning stairs, quarter turn stairs, half turn stairs, dogleg stairs, open well stairs, three quarter turn stairs, bifurcated stairs, continuous stairs or circular stairs, helical stairs, spiral, and floating stairs. And now we will go into detail of a step. So what is a step consist of? It consists of a riser and a tread. So this is a riser and this is called, the topmost part is called a tread and the height part is called riser. Okay, and when we clad the step with a tile, the tile end will comes like this, and this area is called nosing of the step. Okay, so we will see how much will be the height of a riser. The standard height of a riser is 15 centimeter, and the standard width of a tread is 25 centimeter to 30 centimeter. Okay, so according to the code, it says that we should provide 30 centimeter, and we are for residences we used to provide it around 25 centimeter only, because it depends upon the width of our feet. So some persons have very long feet, so 30 is almost apt for anybody. And 15, if we increase 15 for the riser, then it will be difficult for the old age persons to go up, because they cannot put their leg so much height, and it will be difficult for other people also, maybe for kids also, to climb upon stairs. So that's why we provide 15 as riser and 30 or 25 centimeter as tread size. Okay, And then one flight means if this is the section of the step, one flight means from here to the first landing. This is the landing area, mid landing, okay. And suppose this is a section and the full room height is 3 meter or 300 mm. So it is usually divided into two, 150 mm and 150 mm. So in between there is a landing, and this is the one flight and this is second flight. So as the code says, if you are providing it for a residential building, and it is always good to go for 12 steps per flight. Not more than 12 steps is permitted in residential building or in any public buildings, okay. That is so, keep it in mind that 12 steps are for one flight. And also we have to look into the angle of this thing. This angle means angle of this step. Angle means like this is step and this is the floor, okay. So the angle between the step and this floor should be in between 25 degree to 40 degree. We can give according to the space available. Don't go beyond that, because it will be like climbing a very big mountain, and that is not comfortable to for elders or even for youngsters also. So this also should be kept in mind. 25, the flight angle should be 25 to 40 degree. And regarding this thing is called this is step, and the width of the flight, that is this area is called stringer, okay. This area is stringer. The flight width should be we have to provide 125 mm. If it goes above 125 mm, the steps will become heavier, and if it goes less, then the steps will become brittle, and there is chance for it to break. So this is the standard size of the flight width is 125 mm. And how much will be the total width of a staircase? Minimum width we can provide starts from 90 centimeter, and it can go up to 1.1 meter or 1.2 meter. I will say 1.1 meter is better for residential, because when we have to move big almara or cot from the ground to the top, we need more space in the staircase. But it all depends upon the space that is available. So it's always apt to give at least 1.1 meter as the size of the stair, okay. And then minimum I said. And then regarding how to find out this thing, how to find out the design, how we design a step in a residential or a public area, okay. So provided we know that the riser should have a height of 15 centimeter, and the thread should be 30 centimeter, 25 centimeter, okay. Let us take 30 centimeters the thread width, and the riser is 15 centimeter. So if it is 1.5 centimeter, this is, I told you before that the total height of the building is 3 meters, so half of it will be 1.5 meter. And 1.5 meter means from the floor level up to this landing 1.5 meter. So this 1.5 meter should be divided by one riser. One riser is 15 centimeter. So 150 centimeter by 15 centimeter will give the number of rises, okay. That is 150 centimeter from here to here by the height of one riser 15 will give the number of rises. That will be 150 by 15 is how much? Is 10 numbers. So if we count the number of rises here, it will be 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 up to 10 it will be to the landing, okay. And it's a formula that the number of thread will be 1 minus the number of riser. So riser minus 1 goes the number of threads, it will be 9. That is, if we count this thread, it will be 9 only. So like that you have to design. But the problem is that I say, if you divide it like that in the residential building, the headroom here only it is 1.5 meter, okay. We cannot provide much utility to this area. So wherever I design, I used to give either the height I will increase. That means the landing will be increased. It will be given at a higher area, or you can dig the area from here to 20 centimeter dig and make it a utility area. You can provide at least maybe some toilet we can provide, or some storage space, or some maybe a bookshelf, so that one person, at least one person, can enter into and stand there. That much height should be provided at least. So if you don't provide, usually this area is is an area which is abandoned in most of the residences, so that should not happen. For that we should provide some height. For the headroom should be enough given at this area. Okay, or you can change the design of this stair from the dogleg to some other circular, so that you will get lot of spaces. So that also depends upon the design part. And then comes another type of stair, that is called fire stairs. That is especially for multi-story buildings. The fire stair, that is when if it is a multi-story residential complex, and at the time of fire, then we need a special fire staircase which will go directly to the open area, and there are some special things which we can give for the fire staircase. That is, we don't have to give this much tread or rise. Instead we can give the riser could be up to 19 centimeter we can give, and tread up to 25 centimeter flight of one step. Instead of giving 12 steps we can give 19 steps. And also the handrail height should be 1 centimeter. Up to 120 centimeter the handrail height can be given. Handrail is, you can see this one, handrail. Okay, for a residential building you can give up to 90 centimeter from this third level up to the rail level. It can be 90 centimeter. And this main or master pillar, this thing is called the master pillar, or it can be called navel. And usually we can see at top of it some ornamental items on the top of that navel. It's called navel cap. And this is called handrail. The railing from this navel to the other navel here is handrail, and in between longitudinal section is called balustrades. Now you understand how to design a staircase here, and also some of the specification or some of the terms associated with the step. This is the plan and this is the section. Plan also you can see there is a landing space here. This is from the floor, and this is the landing, and in between there is a small space, so that the handrail we can provide handrail here. Okay, you don't have to give much space in between. It could be up to 10 centimeter in between these two steps. Okay, so this will go like here. And the size of the stair, if you provide here 90 centimeter, we have to provide the size of the landing also to be the same as the size of the step, the wall step. Okay, from here to here it should not go beyond the size of the step. The width of the landing should be the same as the width of the stair. It should not go beyond the, or we should not go below the width of the stair. It is shown as it is below, but it's not right. This size should be same as here, or it can increase. Usually at least you should provide the same width of the stair in the landing too. So I think I have covered the code provisions and the classification and the design details of a normal step in our residence or in the public area. So I will come with another subject in another video. Hope you like this video. If you like, please subscribe, share and like. Thank you very much.